Hello and welcome to the Hypertrophy Odyssey chapter 210. Wow, already. It is the last day of the week, aka the Vampire Killer workout. I'm on my way to the gym right now. I am feeling very cold because it's cold right now. But besides that, I'm feeling good. I'm very happy right now on the way to the gym. A little later than normal, but it is what it is. I have to get everything in as quickly as humanly possible. But anyways, to the main subject matter, neck training 1 year later. So I wanted to just take this time to discuss a little bit of the neck training. I've been doing it for over a year now, and I wanted to discuss it because I was thinking about it whilst Black Friday was happening, and I was like, it's been a year since I got my thing, my harness. So I thought I'd discuss it, maybe talk a little bit about my progressions in it, and a few things like that, and if I've noticed a difference and all that other stuff, which I'll discuss later. Have to keep the suspense going. But for now, I'll say after 1 year of consistent neck work, I have to say I very much am happy I've stayed consistent with it, and there are reasons for why, which I'll get to. But I am happy I've done it. I have been doing it relatively consistently. I think I've only skipped a few times, obviously for random reasons, but I would say I'd have at least 90 to 95% completion rate in a year. And I'll say this right now, do I plan to stop? No, I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. In fact, I might actually double down relatively soon and start training the sides. That's actually something that I'd rather talk about right now, is that soon enough, with how the slowly but surely coming together home gym is coming along, I will have a cable machine in there, or the ability to use cables, and with that ability to use it, I will be able to do the side raises a little bit easier, or side curls of the neck in a easier fashion than having to do them with the dangling weights. So because of that, I will start to do that portion of the movement. I just have to figure out when and try to balance it all out, because it'll be a lot. But the cable will change the entire way I train neck sooner rather than later, because then I don't have to worry about dangling 50 pounds over my balls, or 25 pounds behind my head hitting something that I don't even know what's happening back there. I am happy that that's going to happen soon, because then I don't have to worry about those things anymore. Now I just have to worry about bracing myself correctly and then let the neck do all the work afterwards. But with that being said, I will discuss a little bit more about neck training over the year and a few other things that have made it very much a good thing. And with that being said, I'll see you on the inside.
Okay, so started this day off with overhead press, which is pretty good. But anyways, back to the main subject matter at hand. 1 year of neck training. It has been a very good ride. I think of all the things, I'll talk about the good sides, but I'll also talk about the bad. I think I'll talk about that first, and that is post-day neck soreness. And I'll say this, it happens every once in a while, but my God, the soreness on my neck is something that is next level. It's up there with leg soreness. You just kind of have to just get used to it. It's the only thing that sucks about it, really. Besides that, everything else is pretty good, and I mean that in all senses of the term. I really like the idea and or the training aspect of it because of the anti-fragility that it kind of gives you. It kind of lets you know, hey, you're training this, what is ostensibly considered a weak body part, and trying to get it bigger, thicker, and better, and you're doing it in manners that can be a little dangerous if you're not, careful with it. But at the same time, if you are careful with it and have the right equipment, it could be very, very, very useful and very helpful. I feel like most of the time it's a lot of carryover in other lifts in a weird way, where I'm not necessarily worried about something because I know I'm going to be all right because I'm training my neck. I don't know how else to explain that except for like transposing that idea of I can train this thing, that means I can train other things and it will be fine, really. And because of that, I don't really have to worry about like being fragile about certain movements and things like that, as you can see in probably me doing Jefferson curls and stuff like that. Another thing that is good about neck training is the fact that I can now say, no, I really rarely have any neck pain. If I ever really do, it's more just like soreness, but even then, it's very rare. And nowadays, it's just non-existent. I used to have neck pain a lot, all the time, actually. I used to have neck pain a lot because of the amount of pillows I used to sleep with, which is a whole other conversation for a whole other day. But now, one, I sleep with less pillows, and two, because of that and also some neck training, I really don't have to worry about any neck pains. I really don't have any anymore. It's something that has been quite nice, and I definitely recommend to anybody, honestly. I think it's one of those things that I would recommend 100% of people should do. Obviously not necessarily with everything like the neck harness and all that other stuff, but you don't even need that. Even your head weight is enough to get your neck stronger. It is not something that you need to go out and buy something for. You can literally just do it off the edge of your bed. So there is that. Overall, having that neck harness for 1 year, the Neck Flex, I would highly recommend it to anybody who is interested in it. 1000%. It has been one of the best things I've ever gotten as gym equipment. It's been very sturdy and lasted me very long, as well as I don't feel like it's going to mess up or rip up under any extraneous pressure or anything like that. I feel like it's super secure and it's great. This isn't an ad whatsoever, but it is something that I do trust and I would recommend highly if you want to get into it. 1000%. Also, Neck Flex, please sponsor me.
And I finally have been able to do triplets for pretty high reps, which was an issue for me for many months because of a few health issues. But now that I'm better, well, I can also strain harder on this type of movement. So it is extremely hard, but if you want that very yoked, almost half natty, fake natty, juiced look of the traps and the neck with the whole yoke area, this is going to be very fine. And,
And we're back. Welcome to the workout debriefing. Exercises not filmed, none. Exercises skipped, also technically none. We got everything in. Thankfully, I was going to go do wrist rollers today, but I even brought my wrist roller. But the gym was closing right as I was finishing up my last set there, and I was like, well, all right, time to go home. But anyways, back to the main subject matter. 1 year after starting to do neck work, has it been good? Yes. In fact, I would suggest it to everyone. I feel like it's one of those things that you hear all the time. People have pain in their neck, whether they can't keep their head up or they're doing this thing too much or whatever it is, head banging to music, those types of things. Honestly, just do it. It doesn't even have to be much. Hell, you don't have to do what I do and do all the neck harness stuff and all that other jazz. That's just bonus. That's gravy. That would be if you have the ability to. But honest to God, a plate, just doing it with no weight at all is a benefit regardless. I think that I have benefited greatly from it. I've gotten more benefits than anything else. I don't really deal with creaks in my neck anymore. My neck doesn't hurt after watching things or keeping it in one static position anymore. It's perfectly well. Snoring is an issue, but it's not because of that. It's because I've always had snoring as an issue. It's more of a genetic thing. So there is that, and there are some experiments that are on the way that will be an episode relatively soon, because I will talk about that, because I have been experimenting with a few things about that, but that's a whole other story for a whole other day. But it has not affected that at all in reality, because whenever I do some of those things, the snoring goes away and I have no real issue. It has less to do with my neck and more with my nose, but that's a whole other story for a whole other day. Neck training, I would highly recommend. If I could get sponsored by anyone, genuinely, it would be Neck Flex. I would genuinely love a sponsorship by them, but I probably won't get that. But with that being said, I do know somebody who has a code, so if you ever want a neck harness, one that I use, I just would use the code HairZoviac 10 for, I think it's Zodiac 10 for $10 off. Would recommend it. I like the guy. You might have seen a clip before this of him horse cocking 3 plates. Yeah, so yeah, that's the seriousness that we're talking about. That's next level advanced neck training right there. But you don't have to get that far. You could really just start with nothing and it'll do you benefits. It's so many different ways. I think we all know somebody, or have heard, or even have experienced something with neck pain and how people just kind of deal with it. They don't really go to the root problem, which exercise all your muscles, including your neck, which can be very, very useful and, you know, save you from injury, save your life at certain points. I discussed that last time when talking about forgotten muscles. So I'll just say that again, because it can save your life. You never know. But with that being said, tell me what you think in the comments below. I'd love to know your thoughts and opinions about this one. I have a very, very, very good feeling this one, it might rub some people the wrong way. It might rub people the right way. Who knows? But I highly recommend it. Please let me know in the comments below. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Please share this video with anybody who may or may not like it. I will be back on tomorrow with a new video. Thanks again for watching. I really do appreciate it. I will see you in the next one. Keep it heavy. Stay safe out there. Stay warm out there. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace!